Hi, and welcome to House Blend on SCVTV. It's a place where local musicians of all persuasions come to play their original material, and you and I get to know them a little bit better when they join us for some conversation. I'm Stephen K. Peoples, your House Blend host. Thanks for dropping in. And for the next half hour, it's our great pleasure to welcome back a Santa Clarita-based artist who has an international following. She's played for presidents, kings, and queens. She guested on House Blend 2 years ago and raised the roof. Thanks to Queen of the Jazz Harp, Lori Andrews, for rejoining us. Welcome back, Lori.
Thank you, my pleasure.
We had such a great time last time. We got so much positive feedback about the show. We just had to have you back. So
thank you. We also got so much great feedback about your work and the work of your staff. Unbelievable videos. You guys are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we appreciate it. They do a great job, I think.
They do.
Now, last time you were here, you were playing tunes for us from After Hours, your 8th album. How did that do? It did pretty well, I think.
It actually climbed pretty high in the charts. It won a few awards. It was up for a Grammy nod, which is just before it gets onto the Grammy roster. So it didn't make it that far. But hey, I'm a harpist, and I got a Grammy nod, so I was happy about that.
Yeah.
After Hours, my husband wrote all the material, and it's just a fun project CD. Project meaning we based it on like a night out on the town, starting with Friday night at the Conga Club and ending with Ladies Night and everything in between. So it was really like a party CD.
Yeah,
very fun.
It's a great record.
Thank you.
Recommend it to anyone who hasn't checked it out yet.
Oh, thanks. We're actually going to be playing a song from that. So.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Now, you brought your favorite bass player and sax player here for this session, but the first song you're going to do is a solo tune, right?
Right.
What is that?
This is called Suspended, and there's a kind of a cool story about that. When I was probably the only harpist on the planet that when I heard that they had made an electric harp, this was 20 years ago, I said, this harp is for me. So I went and I bought this electric harp. They probably made 4 of them. I've owned all 4 of them at one time because the harpists weren't ready yet. But being completely electric with a pickup on every string, I knew that I needed gear. So this was my first opportunity to walk into Guitar Center. So I call up Guitar Center and I said, hey, I play harp and I was wondering if it's electric. I was wondering if I could come in and kind of check some things out. And he said, sure, we love harmonica in here. I said, it's not that kind of harp.
Yeah.
And it was like dead silence on the other end. So he said, well, why don't you come in at 10 o'clock on Monday morning? There'll be nobody in the store. So I find myself wheeling my harp down Sunset Boulevard. So I go in and I started playing some jazz and they hooked me up. Well, one of the cool things they gave me, or that I ended up purchasing that day, was a delay pedal. It's the ability to kick a pedal on and off and set up a rhythm for yourself.
Right.
So this was really the very first song I've ever written. Many, many years ago. It's called Suspended, and it's kind of built around that whole experience of Guitar Center and my new electric harp.
That's
and that
great.
I don't play harmonica.
Yeah, and then you don't, yeah.
And I don't.
Well, sounds good. Let's check it out right now. Here's Lori Andrews on House Blend with Suspended. Suspended, Laurie Andrews, Queen of the Jazz Harp, and the title track from her 4th album. I'm Stephen K. Peoples, your House Blend host on SCVTV, and we're back on the set with Laurie Andrews and Bart Samolis, the award-winning bassist, guitarist, and composer, and member of Laurie's Jazz Harp group. Thanks for joining us, Bart. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you back again.
It's good seeing you again.
Now, for viewers who may have missed your first appearance, give us the quick rundown on how you guys met and started working professionally, and at what point did it get personal?
Ooh, and you're assuming it was that order, right? And it was. Actually, Bart was the bass player in my band. We had a steady job down in at the warehouse in Marina Del Rey.
Oh,
it was
wow,
such
I
a
remember
great
that.
time.
That was a great gig, yeah.
And it was we were there 2 weekdays in a row, Wednesday and Thursdays for 6 years. So got to be really close with the band, a little bit closer with the bass player. We started dating, and I think we got married about 2 years after that gig started. And we've been married for 15 years.
And working together ever since. And Bart, you have a pretty stellar career in film and TV, composing, performing. Your IMDb profile is like 14 pages long.
I just play low notes. That's,
I get it. Okay.
Everybody needs low notes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so what have you been working on most recently, that session-wise?
Session-wise, just finished a movie called White House Down, which should be coming out shortly.
June 28th.
Thank you. Wow.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, that's it. Looks like a fantastic movie.
Chris Schaubel is in it also, the KTLA newscaster. I just
Oh,
interviewed him, so
really?
that's how I know the date.
Oh, great.
That's great.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I derailed your thing. Go
No,
ahead.
it's good. It's
so
good.
White House Down.
And then another one called The Wolverine, which is sort of a spin-off of the X-Men thing.
Very
So
good.
it's Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine. But I had a very cool thing to do with this, part of this process. Not only playing with the orchestra, I went in specially into the studio and I was able to create some really weird sounds on the bass using a super ball on a stick and some rosin on a baseball glove and Boeing styrofoam. And it's supposedly going to be the voice of Wolverine when he's in his rage. So anyway,
Nice.
it was a fun session.
Throw a
something
little
different.
John Cage thing in there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very good, very
Exactly.
good. Now, the next song that you're going to do features both of you, right? So tell us about Smilin' Again. What inspired that?
Smilin' Again was basically done around the time that Bart and I got married. It was our No Strings Attached CD. I was smiling again. What else can I say?
All right, well, let's hear it right now. Laurie Andrews and Bart Samolis with Smilin' Again. Laurie Andrews and Bart Simolas with Smilin' Again. That's a favorite track from Laurie's No Strings Attached album. I'm Stephen K. Peoples, your House Blend host on SCVTV, and we'll be back with Laurie and Bart right after this quick break.